A relief tonight for pregnant women in Washington County. In February, we told you there were no OBGYNs in the county, and expectant moms had to travel out of the county up to 60 miles to see a doctor.
And following our story, a local university came to the rescue. Tonight in a Local 15 News reality check, Modupe Idowu takes us inside the newly created Washington County Clinic.
USA's Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology has actually partnered with Washington County Hospital to provide care to these pregnant women. Those who will benefit from it the most are high-risk pregnancies.
Yes, sir.
And you're taking some at breakfast too?
Breakfast and dinner now.
Okay.
And my sugar has been higher.
USA Professor and Gynecologist Dr. Frankie Bodie came from Mobile to work in Chatham today.
Do you know your doses well enough?
Treating pregnant patients of Washington County.
I really like him. He is concerned about me.
Melanie Garcia lives here in Chatham. She's expecting her second child, but this pregnancy is different.
Well, I had a stroke at 25, and I didn't think I would be able to get pregnant again, but I have.
Her pregnancy is considered high risk. This is her third visit with Dr. Bodie, and the clinic is only 3 miles from home.
It's a lot easier to see a doctor close by my home in case something goes wrong.
Which is comforting. Nearly a quarter of the county's population doesn't receive the proper prenatal care according to the Department of Health. And there are no full-time practicing OBGYNs within the county, forcing a lot of pregnant women to travel more than an hour and a half to the port city for care. After our story shined a light on the lack of care, the University of South Alabama's Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology agreed to provide a clinic once a month in Chatham and once a month in Clark County's Jackson, Alabama to help.
Certainly, if you've approached a patient who has a complication that justifies limiting activity, it really makes no sense, to have them travel for an hour and a half in a car.
Douglas Tanner runs the Washington County Hospital. It's the sole facility for the entire county.
We don't do OBGYN at Washington County Hospital, but as I was telling you earlier, statistics shows that over half of the babies born to women that are residents of Washington County fall into the high-risk category, which is a significant health issue.
Tanner says the more visits for a high-risk pregnancy patient, the less chance of a complicated delivery, especially those patients suffering from placenta previa. It's a condition where the afterbirth covers the opening of the uterus.
The contractions can cause the afterbirth to break loose from the uterus and can cause devastating bleeding to both the infant and the mother. And certainly this devastation can be life-threatening within just a few moments or a few minutes. Okay? So these patients, as a rule, if they're recognized in time, which is, again, getting the care in an appropriate and timely fashion, most of these wind up being hospitalized for extended periods of time if they have limited access to the facility.
According to the CDC, Alabama and Mississippi have the highest infant mortality rates in the country. In 1980, 46 rural counties in Alabama provided obstetrical service or delivered babies. But in 2013, that number is just 18.
We feel like as a community hospital it is our duty to try to help address that in any way possible. So we were very pleased that the university was willing to establish an outreach clinic for OBGYN up here, especially for high-risk pregnancy.
Now, Tanner says the clinic will continue as long as there are more clients that come in. For more information on the clinics, go to our website at local15tv.com.